Sunday, everyone. Today I've got a little bit of violin music happening here because they are doing major construction across the street. Let me turn this down just a little. And it's very, very noisy. I thought they were going to be paused for a moment, but the construction just started up as I went live. That's how it goes sometimes. So you get a little Puccini happening in the background as well as little construction. So let me know if you can't hear me. If you're watching this and you can't hear me, please let me know. Today I want to talk about finding the right art mentor because we are all so different. And there is not one size fits all. I teach in a certain way, and I've got many wonderful students who have been with me for years and really respond to my techniques. And I like to teach fine art, so I'm a bit of a strict teacher, but I like to do it with a sense of humor. I like to make it fun. I like to really get people passionate about art and passionate about fine art, passionate about the masters, the people that really have been going for centuries, and the art that talks to us year after year and decade after, and for centuries. Michelangelo's paintings have been speaking to people, and Caravaggio. There is some incredible art out there, and I want to share that with you. That is not necessarily how all art teachers work. I've been recently looking up different kind of art courses online. I'm wanting to make sure that there's not something I could be doing to help my students get a better grasp of the material. So I've been looking, and some art teachers have a definite different way of teaching than I do. And I think that it's really important for you to look around, check out what really works for you. I came across one woman who does incredibly well with her courses, and her way of teaching is dramatically different than mine, and her students would be totally different than my students. And so I want to encourage everyone to look around and see what's out there, and then go with who you really respond with. The woman I'm talking about, she was very much more free, abstract, just kind of take your canvas and paint what you're feeling, that sort of thing. And I'm a bit more methodical because, as I said, the masters are what I admire, and fine art is very important to me. So I kind of try to teach my students about that. And sometimes I feel like I'm maybe a bit of an art snob, and I don't want to come across that way, because art is such an incredible thing, and I love art. And I want my students to get that. But that doesn't mean that this other woman who is not teaching in the same way as I am, that there's anything wrong with what she's doing, because her art is lovely. She's beautiful work. It's just a different way of expressing yourself. So look around and see what's out there. There's another friend of mine who I know from Calgary who teaches, and some of my friends have taken courses from him. And one friend couldn't say enough great things about him. He just was awesome and really brought out the best in her. And then my other friend went and was totally discouraged by his teaching methods. And it just totally didn't speak to him. She was totally insulted by his comments, and it was not for her. So we are all different. We all respond differently to things, and different. Art is such a personal thing that you really have to do what speaks to you the best. So have a look around and just go with where you're drawn to go to. You will find the right mentor. Maybe I'll be it. You don't know. You don't know. My mentors I found by total accident, actually. And when I first started painting, I wasn't even planning on becoming an artist. I just took it because I had nothing else to do. So I wasn't even looking for a mentor. And sometimes in life, the best things are happening to you in the moment, and you don't even know it's one of the best things that's ever happened to you. So just be open and look around. Feel it, feel it. There's, mentors are actually quite hard to find because after I did start painting, I started looking, and they are not that prominent, the right ones. So sometimes you just got to wait for the right one to show up. There's a saying that says that when the student is ready, the teacher will appear. Go figure, eh? That is how it was for me, and I just kept coming across one great mentor after the other, but I had to wait until the time was right, until I was open and ready and had done enough work and enough study. You have to keep putting the time in every day. I think I keep repeating myself when I say that. You have to put time in every day in order to be a good artist. You have to be dedicated. You have to persevere. These are ongoing themes from every week. I say the same thing. Paint every day, or if not paint, do something that is art related. That is going to be your best tool right there. Maybe my 10-minute Monday art tips are enough of a mentor for you. Who knows? What else did I want to see? Oh, if you do want to read about my mentors, I have written blog posts on each of my different mentors. My one mentor, Shane, often comments here on my 10-minute Monday videos. Hi, Shane, if you're watching this. Thank you for your input. And my students really appreciate your input too, so keep it coming. Maybe I can introduce you to everyone one of these days. We'll see about that. So yeah, go to my blog, check out how I started. One step after the other, You just keep working towards your end goal. And in the end, the goal is to just paint, and to paint what you love. What else do I want to say to you? Oh, a really neat story. I have one more story to tell you, and then that'll be up for the day. But one of my students was living near Kimberley, out in the country, and she was desperate to learn how to paint. And she got in her truck and drove to Kimberley and was bound and determined she was going to find her art mentor that day. She actually had that thought process in her head. And at the time, my studio gallery was open to the public. I had the open sign out in the window, and she was just driving around Kimberley and came upon my open sign and arrived on my front door. And lo and behold, she studied with me for years. That's how it can happen. And the day she arrived at my front door, she came in and we chatted. We hit it off. Made her a cup of tea. She spent the whole afternoon here. She wound up staying for dinner. That does not happen very often, but it was just one of those really deep connections. And I love it when that kind of thing happens. So be open to opportunities when they come across your door. Don't turn down opportunities when they come. And you'll know when they're there. You'll feel it. There are so many great painters out there, and a lot of people are teaching, but there's not often that connection. So be open to new things every day coming your way. And I want to make art accessible. I want it to be part of people's lives. I know growing up, art was not a big part of my life. I was always very creative and very busy with my hands, and I loved to be creative, but art itself was not part of my world. I do remember my parents had a couple of friends that were artists, and I do recall that very vividly, going into their art studio, but we were not big art purchasers. I didn't know about the Group of Seven when I was growing up, but now I can't get enough of art in my life, and I want that for everyone. I want art to become a part of your life and to bring you joy every day. I want it to be accessible to everyone. I don't want it to be a snobby fine art world. I want everyone to be able to access art and to see art and appreciate art and to be able to be a part of this wonderful, wonderful art world that I'm a part of. So I hope this inspires you. Check out my blog. And if you are interested in taking lessons with me, drop me a note and we'll see if we have a connection. And if that doesn't work for you, Just keep looking. You'll find the right mentor. Just be open to it. I hope the construction wasn't too noisy for you today. Hope you enjoyed my violin music. He inspires me, Joshua Bell, playing the violin. All right. Bye for now and have an amazing week. And I will see you right back here at this time next Monday. Have a good one, everyone. Take care. Bye-bye.